numerous other infractions.
Like tampering with the DNA test at Salem University Hospital. Because if that was enough to put someone away for a decade, half the people in this town would be behind bars, including your ex-wife and my sister. So, are we done here?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for an all new episode recap of today's Days of Our Lives, December 18th, 2024. So I don't know if, EJ really know what he's doing as a district attorney. So he's here with Dr. Green. So he is giving Dr. Green a plea agreement to see if he pleads guilty, he will get a reduced sentence. So he lets Dr. Green overlook the paper, and what he's understanding based on what EJ is saying is that if he takes the plea deal, he will get 10 years instead of 25 years, which is the maximum sentence. So Dr. Green is saying that he really didn't mean to, provide harm to Chad, but it's because of Clyde blackmailing him, and he wanted to see his mom and all that. So EJ does not care. EJ said that you're lucky that you're getting off with a lighter sentence, because if it was anything else, like us Demirs don't play around and all of that, and you could have, if Steve Johnson didn't intervene, my little brother would have died. And I really don't care if you were blackmailed or you were trying to find your mom and all that. I really don't care. So you just need to sign the plea deal and let's move forward. So as usual, somebody has to come in to just flop EJ in this show. So Belle comes in and Belle says, listen, don't say another word. I will be representing you. So Dr. Green asks who she is. So she said that my nephew Tate was telling me about your case and that you are the guardian for Felicity and Aaron. And he was just worried about you being away from them. Who is going to take care of them? Because that was one of Dr. Green's concern. If he signed the plea, who would look after them? So EJ was saying to him that you should have thought about that before you went to Paris to try to murder my little brother. So anyways, Belle says, listen, your thing have a lot of holes in them, and furthermore, this alleged crime took place in Paris, France. There's a different jurisdiction, so this cannot work. And furthermore, EJ said, okay, I can't, prosecute him on that crime, but there's other crimes that he did. So she said, like what? Forging a DNA test? If that was really a crime, half of Salem would have been in jail long time, including my sister Sammy and your ex-wife Nicole. So that's where she really clapped back at him, and I was laughing at that, because if anybody can get to EJ, beat him at his own game, it's either Belle or Sloan. I really miss Sloan. Do you guys miss Sloan? I really miss her on the show. But yeah, so anyways, once again, EJ loses the battle. I don't know where he get his law degree from, if it's just, school for lawyer dummies, or he read a handbook, because he is not on top of his game. Not even Justin, but EJ is just as worse right now. So anyways, Dr. Green is out on bond thanks to Belle, and Belle and EJ were talking after that, and EJ said, you did really well. So she said, yeah, you just need to be on top of your game next time. So anyways, she tells him that she's no longer Belle Brady, but she and Sean are divorced. So anyway, she will be sticking around in town. So we know that in a spoiler that EJ and Belle will get together again, because they used to be an item. And I think I really did like the chemistry between them. I really don't care for Belle because she can act very sanctimonious and self-righteous, but I really like their chemistry together. So Kat was on the phone with her mom's lawyer. So her mom's lawyer tells her that it's going to be an uphill battle. Even though she was under mental duress from Clyde and she was brainwashed, she still shot the man in cold blood. So it's going to be a very complicated case to get through. So she comes off the phone and Aaron is there. So they hug because it's been a while. They really get to embrace each other as brother and sister ever since he saw her at the jail cell. So they haven't seen each other since then. So she tells Aaron what's going on, that, even though mom's alive and well, she's in prison for what she did to Clyde. So he just finds it really absurd because of what Clyde did to her and brainwashing her and all that. If anything, she did justice with that. So he just hopes that, things will work out and that the lawyer will vindicate her, right? So she asks about Felicity at this point and where she is. So he said that she was at a friend's place, so he was supposed to go over there and pick her up. But Felicity and the person just comes in the square, and that's when Kat gets to meet her little sister. So Kat introduces herself as her big sister, and she said that she knows she looks unfamiliar, but she asked her about the accident that her and their parents were in, and that, doctors had to work on her face, so she doesn't look the same, but she's still the same Kat, same big sister, and she talks about the memories they shared. So she apologized to her for parading as Abigail. She, didn't have a choice and all that, right? But she's here now. So Felicity and her hug it out, and they're just happy to embrace and to meet each other, really reconnect, right? So they talk about instead of, their mom coming to see them, they need to, take a road trip to Vancouver to go see her, because Felicity asked about her mom and where she is, and she said that mom is in no position to come and see them, right? So at this point, they're having a group hug, and lo and behold, Mark is there, and they're surprised to see him. So they're happy because he's there, but they ask, how did he get out? And he said that it was because of Aaron telling Tate about his case, and then he had an amazing lawyer in Bell. So he's not really fully free, he's out on bonds. So he still has to serve 18 months. So they're still surprised that he still has to spend time behind bars, but he said that it's a lot better than what I was being proposed to, right? Which was 25 years. So they're just happy to be reunited. The Green siblings are back together. So that is always good to see. So Gabby and JJ, they're all back from Vancouver, and they talk about the whole aftermath of it all, and JJ just, continues to thank her for risking her life to really help him in terms of, finding his sister's remains and all that. So she said, "You've thanked me enough, and even though I was there to also help you, I have a personal interest in this because of what Clyde did to me in jail, and my leg still hurts because of him. If anything, I'm thankful to Kat for putting a bullet to him. He should have actually died." So JJ can't really feel all the way as Gabby, because he really wanted to find out from Clyde where his sister's remains are. So he can't really feel altogether that, the man is in a coma, because he didn't get his answers. So she understands, and she retracts a bit, because she's saying that, listen, I hear I'm going on and on about my feelings, and I don't even take into consideration like how you're feeling, not having answers, and then I feel for your family as well. So he's just sad that he has no closure about that. And Gabby comforts him at some point and tells him that, I am here for you. And I know that you have to go back at some point to South Africa. So he said that he's sticking around a little bit. He can do the work from here remotely. So I guess, there's more hope for them reuniting and reconnecting, being a couple again. So she thought about him and thought about their time at the hotel and them sharing the same bed. So she had really good thoughts, but I'm here for it, honestly. So Chad comes back home, and Jennifer and Jack are there. So informs them that things never went really well in Vancouver. Clyde is in a coma, so they didn't really get any answers about where Abigail's remains was, because Kat's mom shot him. So now they don't know if he's gonna wake up no time soon. So they're just really at a bus, and he just feels bad that he let them down. So they said, don't, beat up yourself. We understand that this was really, it's not it was more complicated than expected. So they started to talk about the capsule that, the Hortons have, and they were going through the mementos. So they, Jennifer had this brilliant idea to make a capsule, or to put mementos that remind them of Abigail in it, and just bring it to her gravesite. So they, each shared some pictures. There was a lock of her hair when she was a child, and, Chad went back for his wedding band, right? So he said that he was going to give it to Thomas when he got older, but he said that, it's probably more appropriate to just, put it in the capsule box and just have it in memoriam of Abigail, right? So they contact JJ to meet them at the gravesite. So they went down there to really pay their respects, and to just hopefully have a little bit of closure, because they have to once again heal from all the trauma, and then this whole thing with Kat, and then Clyde, and all of that. So it's a lot on them to really go through this and get over it, right? So JJ, Chad, Jack, and Jennifer, they're at the graveside where Abigail's body used to be, and they have the capsule box. So they were telling JJ about the idea of just putting mementos in there. So he took out, I don't remember if it was a card or something, but he put it in there, and there was, just speaking fondly of Abigail, just trying to keep her memory alive. So JJ apologizes to his parents for not really bringing the remains home, and they understand, right? So they understand, and they're not mad at him for all of that. He tried his best and all that. So they're talking about Abigail one by one, and then Jennifer gives Chad the box to put it down along with some flowers. So they're just standing there and just thinking about everything they have to really go through. And that's, it's definitely a sad moment, because, once again, they don't have no closure, but they have to move on with their lives. So that was it, guys. Apart from that, the reconnecting of the Green family is cool, and I definitely want to see, what's more in store for them, what's going on with their mom, their dad, like more backstory on them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And the whole thing with Kat and Felicity, I can tell she has some kind of nurturing side to her. So it really takes a shift away from how she came off as, being this fraudulent person and all that. But we all know that she was doing it for a bigger reason, to get her mom back. But that is it, guys. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys tomorrow for an all new recap.